Quick heads up, my mic is not working at the moment, so if you can't hear me, I'm so sorry. My mic will be working all in my other videos. Thank you. Teenagers spend about 7 to 9 hours on their phone daily. But what is it really doing to their mental health, sleep, and social interaction? Well, today in this video, we'll be covering the real deal on screen time for teenagers and even adults. But we have a special guest with us who will be helping us cover the real deal with screen time.
Okay. Hi everyone. So my name is Alina and I'm an 8th grader at Farmington STEAM. And
Yeah, Alina, she's going to be helping us give you guys tips on how to manage your screen time and telling us the real thing when you spend too much on your phone for teenagers and even adults. Segment 1. Is screen time all that bad? So Alina, is screen time all that bad, or is there some benefits to it too?
So from what I've learned, I would probably say that screen time isn't all that bad. There are some benefits such as communicating and for educational purposes like watching videos on how to solve a specific problem. But there's also some really bad consequences like doom scrolling. Doom scrolling impacts your mental health and like a lot of the stuff that you do in your daily life. And if you're commenting and like posting and you get negative comments, it impacts your mental health because it makes you, it gives your confidence like
go down.
Yeah,
or, like,
yeah,
insecurity
yeah.
about yourself.
Insecurity. So like there are some benefits I would say, but it's not 100% like bad or good. They're like
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of mixed. Well, mostly I feel like it's on the negative side than the positive side, because from like me, like sometimes I can doom scroll too, and that sometimes can affect like my sleep. That we'll talk about later in our other segment, and it can affect kind of focusing, getting on task, because sometimes when I'm trying to do my homework, I can kind of get distracted on my phone because I want to text my friend or like watch TikTok, for example, which can kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but like it can kind of just get me off task, like distracted.
Yeah, like doing multitasking is a big fat lie. Your brain doesn't actually do two things at once. It just like switches really fast, and that doesn't help you at all. It makes you like not do any of the tasks correctly. Like you're dry texting your friend while like doing your math problem, but it takes like 2 hours instead of like 10 minutes. So like so yeah, I would say it's like not completely good, but it's not completely bad either. There are some benefits and
I do agree.
consequences.
We're still on segment 1, but we have a follow-up question. So Lena, is screen time about like how you use it or how much you use of it?
So it depends on both, honestly, because how you use it also impacts like how you feel and your mental health and your sleep, but it also depends how much you use it. So like if you're using it excessively, it obviously has a negative impact, but if you also like don't use it that much but have negative actions that you do online, like commenting and stuff like that, it's like it's not good for you or for the other person who's on the other side of the screen, which you don't really know about, right? So I would say it's 50-50. It really depends on like both. But yeah.
Cause like isn't like how much you use it kind of like, let's say for example, I'm texting my friend for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But then like how you use it, like you can use it for like sometimes I use like Goth, which kind of like helps me with like my math homework. If maybe what the teacher said in class and I didn't really understand, then I can use my phone. But yeah, I feel like it kind of depends on like 50-50, like
Yeah, like I do that too. Like for like my homework, I sometimes like watch YouTube videos, and that's a positive thing, you know? But like just doom scrolling and just like watching it 24/7, just like not doing anything else is obviously not good. So I'd say it's 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hurt like hurt your like brain cells.
Yeah.
Like it can damage
And it makes it, and it gives you like dark eye circles, but like also just like makes your eyes just like I don't know,
like
go
puffy,
like puffy. Yeah.
Segment 2, mental health. One of the biggest factors in middle school is definitely mental health, because basically that's kind of like my whole channel. But Alina, how does screen time affect teenagers, like their sleep, their social interaction, and their mental health?
So these are 3 topics that social media like really affects a lot. And for sleep, if you, like okay, so doom scrolling is like an addiction. Once you catch it, you can't let go for like a really long time. So doom scrolling, like okay, sometimes I've seen people, they scroll until 2 and then they fall asleep somehow. But then they're always like, oh, like what if something's happening online? Like I'm gonna miss it, right? So then they just like end up going back and like just like redoing their doom scrolling habit. But like I said, it's an addiction that like you can't get rid of, so it just like overall like doesn't give you much sleep, and like you won't be able to like, you'll like grind through your day. It'll be really, really hard, you know, like unless like it'll make you less energized. Like you're not like as active as you would be if you got a good night's sleep. And as for social life, I feel like social media gives you FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. So when you see people online doing things that you weren't a part of, it just like makes you feel like, oh, like I shouldn't be with them. And it just like it makes your in-person conversations really, really dry, and like you're like on your phone for like 5 seconds like between, and they're still talking, and like you're just like on your phone. Like I had a friend who did this. So I would be talking to her, right, and she'd be on her phone all the time. So I was like, that's not good, because like you're not having an in-person conversation, but you're not being online completely either. But yeah. And then for mental health, I feel like social media, if say you posted something and it got negative comments, like I said, it would make your it would give you low esteem, like really, really low, and it would just make you feel like, oh, like she's better, like why am I not like that, and it just like give you a lot of insecurities. So I would say that affects everything, honestly.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to the mental health, pretty much like all the topics that I listed. Like what I notice sometimes when I like go on my phone like at night is that like because I have like a TV in my room, and sometimes I don't use the TV in my room. I like to go on my phone because like sometimes I can get like addicted on my phone.
It's more convenient,
right?
Because like you have to turn it on, I have to wait for it, but like your phone is just like
it's
your
like
just grab it.
So then like sometimes I'll like go on my phone, like maybe I'll fall asleep, but like I notice that I stay up until like 12 a.m. just like on my phone still, and then I go to sleep. I try to go to sleep, but it's like really hard for me to go to sleep, and then somehow I fall asleep, and I realize I just get so much more tired. Like my eyes are like really dark, like I just feel like I just don't feel ready for the day. But then when I like watch my TV or don't have like any electronics to go to bed, and I just go to sleep, I notice how like I wake up and I feel like so much better, like I feel like ready for the day, like more energized. So that's why I'm personally trying to like switch to, you know, maybe no screen time during bed, or just at least watching my TV, because I do have this problem too.
I've read a lot of articles that doctors have wrote about like screen time, like before you sleep, and a lot of people recommend not using any electronics an hour before you go to sleep, so that like you're like calm and like you're just like go to sleep in peace, you know.
Sorry. And also for the social interaction and the mental health, I noticed like sometimes I would see like they don't like hang out with their friends because they're on their phone. Like some people like talk to like those AI chatbots that I heard, and then like they kind of build a connection with them. But like that's not healthy. Like that's not really healthy to build something with a robot. Like
because you can't really do anything,
right? So that's why I see like sometimes you can like kind of go from the internet and you can kind of break away from like the real world. And also, I noticed from social media too, in just general and screen time, you can like compare yourself to people so much. Like you'll see like pictures of like, they say, oh yeah, she just went on like a cruise, and you know I'm sitting here at home.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So like you'll just like be trying to compare yourself, and that's not really good for like you or your mental health, because you shouldn't be comparing yourself, because your life is perfectly fine. They're usually influencers. They are pretty much,
they have millions of lighting rigs around them, and, like for the perfect lighting, and like you're just like, oh, like I'm just here, like a pile of laundry in the corner. Like, it's not good.
But yeah, just really know that like,
I would say like just like know that you are like the reality version. They're like
the fake version.
Like it's all propped. Okay, none of it is like accurate, but obviously like you're like the reality, and they're just like
they're just doing it for views.
Fantasy, like, for views,
Following up with segment 2 still, but we have a follow-up question. Alina, why do teens feel worse after doom scrolling sometimes?
So see, the thing is, when you're doom scrolling, you can't really control your feed, right? So there's like a lot of stuff that's popping up, and like she said in segment 2, you're comparing yourself to people online. Like, oh my god, it's like she's on a cruise and she's in a bikini and she's like having the time of her life, and I'm just like at home, just like on my bed, just sitting there. So like you'd obviously feel bad about yourself, and like just like you wouldn't realize it, but slowly like your confidence and like just like how much you want to feel energetic, it just go down. Like you won't even realize it, but like yeah, it's usually why people feel like
You just
so
like
bad.
just start to decrease. Like
Yeah.
you just notice like every single like
You just start like detaching from
Right.
everything around you because like, oh, like she's better than me. Like what should I do?
Right,
Like I just
like-
can't do anything.
like next thing you'll see someone on a cruise, or you'll see them at like this famous party.
Yeah.
You know, they're in like LA and you're still in like still here. Like you just slowly just start to like lose your confidence.
Yeah.
And then like that's what leads to like really big problems like depression.
Yeah.
And like also like even like way more like worse stuff. So that's
Yeah.
why I feel like doom scrolling can really just impact you just overall.
Yeah.
Segment 3, healthy habits for better screen time management. Alina, for the people watching out there, what are some realistic ways that teenagers can manage their screen time?
So, some things that I would recommend is having screen time, but if you have an Apple device, it won't let you because you have to put in like a password. But what I've done is I've set like a time frame. So my phone doesn't open until after school, which is like 3:30-ish, and it closes at 8:30, which is like around an hour before I go to sleep. But like, see, the thing with Apple is like they have this feature where if you put in a password, you can get back in easily, right? But I was researching and I found this app, and when I'm studying, what it does is it doesn't unlock my phone until I scan my finished like work, and then it verifies it, and then it lets me after. But then even then it has like a limit, like an hour ish. But then also I would say have real life conversations more because I feel like a lot of people have like online friends and they're like, oh yeah, I have online friends, like I'm good, you know. But like you never know what's on the other side of
Right.
that screen. Like it could be like some 50-year-old man
That's
talking
how,
to you with
like-
like a little girl's photo. Like
That's how like I'm not gonna say, I'm probably gonna like censor it, but that's
Yeah.
how like pedophiles,
Yeah.
like, stuff like that. They kind of, you know, because they take from teenagers who feel like they have no social life and who put all their like friendship and trust on online, and then they usually the people who are older and know better, but they don't do better.
yeah,
They take advantage of that.
yeah.
So that's why, yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
agreeing.
like I read a story, like she was online and she was texting this friend, okay? She was supposed to be her age, but then she was like, oh yeah, let's meet up, and she's never seen this girl in real life, okay? So they meet up at like this like isolated place, and it's a 40-year-old man. So she was like, and then thankfully her dad was there because he was like still waiting after he
Yeah.
dropped her off. But like these real life scenarios happen a lot, and like honestly, if you have online friends, it's gonna happen to you one day too. But like, yeah, I just have real friends, guys.
It
Don't
just takes a matter of time.
don't have online friends. It's really bad.
And also another tip that I've like done personally for myself is like for like for sleep. Like so I usually go to bed like around like 9 o'clock, and what Alina said, like you shouldn't have electronics like an hour before you go to bed. So usually at like 8 or like 7:50 I take my phone, I put it on a charger downstairs, and then you know, I go upstairs, you know, do my, you know, take a shower, you know, brush my teeth, do my regular stuff before I go to bed. So then usually I go upstairs in my bed, and then usually sometimes I have an instinct of like on my bed I try to find my phone, but I realize it's not there, it's downstairs. And sometimes, you know, if you're like me, I'm kind of get a little too lazy to go all the way
You have to go
downstairs to get my
to get my phone. Like,
phone.
I'll just be about it. You
You're
know?
just like, you know, I'll just go sleep without it.
Yeah.
It's probably better. And then you just like, maybe it's an adjustment at first because it'll just be like, no wait, I need my phone, but really you don't. You just need to go to sleep.
Yeah, like over time you'll like be like, oh, okay, I don't need it. So
Yeah, you'll be like, oh
I don't
yeah.
have to go.
And then you'll just realize that you honestly, you'll, as like you do it, or if you're staying consistent, you realize that you don't really need your phone to go to
Yeah.
bed too.
Yeah.
Still following up with segment 3 about healthy habits for screen time. But Alina, do you recommend screen breaks or schedules?
I would personally recommend schedules because screen time breaks, it's up to you to decide how long you want it for. Like some days, if you're like really in it and you're like really like committed to it, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go 10 minutes without nothing, okay? No phone, no iPad, no computer, no TV. But then other days you're like, okay, maybe it won't hurt if I like don't have a screen time break, or at least like 2 minutes. So like it's up to you to decide. But if you have a schedule like I do, it's like more stricter so that you can't really decide when you get it and when you don't. So yeah, I would personally recommend schedules.
Yeah, it probably, honestly, the schedule, it'll break the habit faster than a screen time break.
Yeah.
Because like, yes, eventually with the screen time break, you're gonna be like, okay, every day I need to commit. But with the schedule, it's like when you break, when you're like, okay, for like for 2 days past, like you're locked in, and then the third day you kind of are starting to fade a little bit, it's still gonna make sure that you follow that schedule.
Like it's committed to help
yeah.
you. So,
like it's kind of like a strict mom. Like it's gonna
yeah,
make sure
exactly.
that you don't go on your phone for like 30 minutes each day. Well, guys, that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Lena, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
We really appreciated your tips and tricks on how to, manage your screen time, and for us to see the awareness of what it can do. But if you are struggling with, doom scrolling or managing your screen time, then you're not alone, because I've struggled through it. Probably Alina has struggled through it. Everybody, all the teenagers in middle school have struggled through it.
Yeah.
So you're not alone. We're just here to give you awareness and to give you guys tips on how to, you can make yourself better and you can manage it better. But if you guys want to go check out her podcast so you guys can go a little bit into depth, because we didn't cover everything. There's still so much more to learn about, screen time and what it can do to your brain. But if you want the specifics, you can go check out our channel. I'm going to put it on the top right here for a little bit. But yeah, that was it. Bye, guys.
Bye.